Hello everyone, my name is Gusti Agung Kade Arsana with study number F5211039. I am from the Information System Study Program at the TADULAKO University. In this video, I will introduce my country, Indonesia. Welcome to Indonesia, a country consisting of thousands of islands, which stretches from Sabang to Merauke. In it, there are countless ethnic groups and various cultures. This country is inhabited by 270 million people and is the fourth most populous country in the world. There are various religions in it, but even so, we can always live in harmony and side by side because of the motto that has always been held tightly from our ancestors to our children and grandchildren and future of generations, which is called Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means different but still one. This country has gone through difficult times during the colonial era, but with the spirit of the Indonesian people, we can finally become independent as we are today. All laws in this country are regulated in the 945 Constitution and based on Pancasila. This is my Indonesia. Because it is an archipelagic country, of course the distribution of flora and fauna in each region must also be different and very diverse, and the beauty and abundant natural resources are the biggest attraction of this beloved country of Indonesia. Of the many cultures that exist in Indonesia, in this video I will explain one of them, which is the hometown of my parents, which is called the island of the gods, namely Bali. About island of Bali, of course, you are already familiar with this province with the capital city of Denpasar, right? Starting from the beauty of nature and culture until the original custom of Indonesian ancestors and the heritage that is still well preserved on the island of the gods has become an attraction in itself. The island of Bali is one of the more than 17,000 islands in Indonesia. In this general information about Bali, the island of the god is divided by rivers, canals, as well as canyons covered in the forest. The forests and hills are colored by the green expanse of rice, the end of the beautiful beaches, and the lakes that fill the rest of the crater. The beautiful Bali makes this island famous as a tourist area. Before entering into Hindu culture in Bali, I will show you the charm of this island of the gods. We start with some of the famous lakes in Bali, including the first one is Lake Batu. Lake Batu is a crater lake location in Bangli Regency. Its location is in a caldera of a native volcano, Mount Batu. Suitable for those of you who are looking for a cool atmosphere and away from the crowds, Lake Batu offers views of the lakes with blue-green water. The second is the Lake Burton. This lake is the most famous lake for interesting tourist attractions that are right on the edge of Lake Burton is the Ulun Danu Burton Bedugul Temple. Ulun Danu Burton Temple, a very unique temple because the location of the temple is in the middle of the lake. When the lake water rises, the Ulun Danu Burton Bedugul Temple will be seen floating on the surface of the lake water. The third is Lake Buyan. Buyan Lake has a natural feel that is very different from other tourist attractions on island of Bali. Where Lake Buyan offers tourist attraction, the atmosphere is quiet and calm and comfortable to live in because it is far from the hustle or bustle of the city crowds. The fourth is Tamblingan Lake. As a natural tourist attraction, Lake Tamblingan is not developed towards modern tourism in order to preserve nature and environment. The main attraction of this place is not only its natural charm, but also because of the many temples that store the history and development of Balinese civilization and culture, especially regarding the information and development of Tamblingan village. So, those are some of the famous lakes on Bali. Furthermore, the rivers in Bali come from tropical forests that flow to the south. These streams are the Yunda Rivers, Betanu Rivers, Agung Rivers, Pulkan Rivers, Lolan Rivers, and the others. If we go to Bali for a vacation, the main goal is the many layers and magnificent temples in Bali, and the other destination is the beaches on the island of Bali. Two of the most famous are Kuta and Sanur Beach. Before entering the cultural state, we will first see the beauty of the beaches on the island of Bali, Kuta Beach and Sanur. These two beaches are the most famous on the island of Bali. The main beauty of Sanur Beach is the clean lines of the beach sand, which is always maintained, and the beach sand is white. The stretch of coastline of Sanur is very long, about 8 kilometers. In some areas along the coastline, there are walking paths. This path is usually used by visitors for walking and cycling. The calm sea waves and tend to be shallow make Sanur Beach ideal for children to swim. There are many choices of Bali water sport activities. If you are a beginner in Bali water sport activities, you can try snorkeling, ride a jet ski, ride a banana boat, or try a sea walker. For Kuta Beach, besides being famous for its challenging waves, Kuta is also famous for its stunning sunset views. Slowly, the orange of the afternoon sun descended from the sky until it finally disappeared as if swallowed by the open sea. Many consider that a visit to Kuta Beach is incomplete if you haven't seen the sunset of this beach. That is why after being tired of surfing, visitors can unwind by relaxing on long chairs or mats rented locally while enjoying this beautiful panorama. That is part of the natural beauty of the island of Bali. And now I will explain about the culture on the island of Bali. Balinese culture is heavily influenced by Indian, Chinese, and especially Hindu culture. The culture began around the 1st century AD. The name Bali Dwipa, or the island of Bali, has been found from various inscriptions, including the Pillar of the Blanjong. Inscription written by Sri Kesari Warmadewa in 914 AD, which mentions Wali Dwipa. The main thing that makes this island called the Island of the Gods. Apart from the majority of Hindus beliefs, there are a lot of temples on the island of Bali. 9 of them, the most important of which is called the Kahyangan Jagat Temple. Kahyangan Jagat Temple is a temple in Bali, which is the seat of the 9 gods, rulers of the 9 winds. The Heavenly Temple is a type of universal temple, which aims to foster universal harmony. As already mentioned, this temple is a type of universal temple, whose establishment was carried out with the aim of being a location for worshipping God in all its manifestations. The 9 gods who rule the 9 directions of the wind are called Dewata Nawasang. The Kahyangan Jagat Temple consists of 9 temples and is classified as a public temple. There are 9 temples which, apart from being the place of the gods, are also famous tourist attractions to foreign countries. The first one is Lampuyang Temple, the second is Kualawa Temple, the third is Andakas Temple, the fourth is Uluwatu Temple, the fifth is Batu Karu Temple, the sixth is Puncak Mangu Temple, the seventh is Ulun Danu Batur Temple, the eighth is Pasar Agung Temple, and the last one is Besaki Temple. So those are some of the most famous temples in Bali, are because they are the temple of heaven. Actually, there are still many traditions that I can convey about Bali. What's more, the regular ceremony makes Bali atmosphere even more festive. But because of our limited time, maybe that's the closing for my video this time about obtaining an area and culture in this beloved country of Indonesia. Maybe that's all that I can say in this video. Thank you for watching this video and see you to the next video.